Heads up, this podcast isn't therapy. It's bold, blunt and irreverent, but it's not a substitute for professional help. Full disclaimer is in the blurb below. If you, like me, have the capacity to laugh at yourself and all your oops I did it again moments, I'm not Brittany, but yes, it happens to the best of us, then this is the place for you. So welcome to the first Freud Made Me Do It episode, where if you've been playing out the same patterns in relationships and work and family and in life, and it feels like you're stuck in a loop, reacting the same way over and over, even when you know it's not helping, and you want to learn how to choose a response instead, these episodes are for you. And this is because we all develop unconscious patterns to protect ourselves. They're called defense mechanisms, and boy, do we as humans have a huge repertoire. They're kind of like the bodyguards of the soul. Whenever you feel really insecure, your mind whips one out. And please remember, if there were an Olympic sport for defenses, we'd all be on the podium. They're not weaknesses, they're survival strategies that we picked up along the way to help us cope with suffering. But when they run the show without us knowing, they can hold us back. They definitely can hurt our relationships and keep us stuck, but we all have our go-tos. This is about learning how to see them, understand them, and work with them. You might have learned about defenses in theory, but no one teaches you how to spot them in life. How to map them across your life, or how to hold them without collapsing into rescue, avoidance, or collusion. So this is the missing link, the practical grounded guide I wish I'd had when I'd started. Think of it as your survival guide for life, minus the dramatized case studies and fluff. I'll get right to it. Whether you're in therapy, thinking about starting, or simply curious about the quirks of being human, these episodes are for you. Because these patterns are universal, they're very human, and understanding them is the first step to change. This is a space for learning, for reflection, and for practical tools that you can use in your life, not just ideas, but real ways to apply them in your relationships, your work, and your own mind. My intention is that it will help you become more conscious, more whole, and more fully alive. So they're for everyone, because being human is pretty messy. No one ever gets a perfect report card. And as Carl Jung said, what is personal is most universal, and it turns out he was right. We're all in the same soup, just swimming in different ingredients. So I hope that I can make complex ideas simple, relatable, and usable in your life. In each episode, I'll guide you through a different defense, defining it, giving real-world examples so you can spot it in yourself and others. I'll explain where the pattern comes from, why it forms, and how they show up in life. I'll help you see how you're creating suffering by using them, and most importantly, how you can choose to step out of them. Because once you have awareness, you can choose freedom. Life is beautiful in its joy, in its pain, and in its truth, even in its messiest moments. My wish is that this helps you live it all with more choice, more clarity, and more courage. In the first episode, I'm going to cover reaction formation. Yeah, it sounds complicated. It's really simple. Essentially, it's when you hate what you secretly want, or you are too nice and secretly want to scream. So, now you know who to blame. Freud, the cigar-smoking, sex-obsessed genius who ruined brunch forever by pointing out that actually, your perfect manners may be a camouflage for a jungle of unspoken urges. Freud didn't care if you liked him, he wasn't trying to get followers, he cracked open the human mind like a walnut and showed us the worms. And then he said, what will you do with it now? So this series is for anyone brave enough to stop pretending, to laugh at their defense mechanisms while they still have some, and to look in the mirror and say, yep, I've definitely been assigning roles in my personal drama to people who didn't even audition. So if you like these episodes, please follow. Before you ever looked at TikTok diagnosis, Freud already had your number, scribbled in a notebook, underlined twice. So, let's talk Freud. He made you do it, and when you name the pattern, you free yourself from it. And once you're free, you get your real self back, feelings and all. I'm Annie. Thanks for listening. Have a really great day.